This record gains on Wall Street coming as the markets defy historic odds. David Nelson, chief strategist at Belpointe, joins us now. David, you know, there's a great number in the Wall Street Journal today. I've never seen this number before. Apparently, the markets have never gone without a pullback of 5% in 30 years. We have been riding high for the entire year now. Are we due? Do you think it's going to happen? Are we going to get a pullback?
It's pretty scary, isn't it? Look, yeah. When you get runs like this, the angst on Wall Street gets pretty high, and a lot of people are in a crowded room like a movie theater, and they're looking for the exit. But I'll pose this question. If you get that 5% correction, what are you going to do with it? And I can tell you this, it'll probably be an event, maybe a geopolitical event or a missed earnings report, and that 5% correction is going to feel like it's headed for 10. And most people will not get into the market until we're at another all-time high. So unless you have some kind of rules-based approach, using your gut to make those decisions probably isn't going to work.
Probably isn't going to work. I know a lot of people worried about the balance of the year. You know, October tends to be a pretty dicey time, end of the year, as people rebalance portfolios. Do you see a pullback in the back half of the year?
You know, look, the indices have been, you know, the traditional VIX measures, which measure the index on the S&P 500, those are pretty low. But individual stock volatility is actually pretty high. We've had rolling corrections all year as investors chase performance from one sector to the next. Right now, tech is pretty hot. Financials have been off and on. So, look, you're going to just have to choose your individual stocks and pull the trigger at some point.
All right, David, we've chosen our individual stocks, all of us. Technology, right? Facebook, yeah. Amazon, Netflix, Google, Apple, you name it. All of these stocks have done well despite political turmoil, and it looks like that turmoil will continue. Can these stocks continue to ride high?
Look, a lot of these names that you're mentioning, Amazon, Facebook, and others, these are the new consumer staple companies, the new Procter & Gamble's. These are the companies with devices and services that investors and frankly, consumers can't seem to live without. The valuations get pretty rich. Like I said earlier, it would likely be an event. Look, there's no love lost between, say, President Trump and a Jeff Bezos. Maybe that's the only thing that could stop Amazon at this point.
All right. Well, you know, all eyes today on Microsoft. They're reporting earnings after the bell. They've already talked about the fact that there's going to be some kind of reorganization of their sales force as they try to modernize it. What do you think we're going to hear? Any good news here?
Look, Microsoft, I think it's kind of rich at 23 times. You know, this is an old line company that's morphing into a subscription service. Look, at 23 times, growing at 10%, that's a little rich for me.
Well, David Nelson, thanks for that intel. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.